鋼の錬金術師
So we're about to start with chapter 57 here, which is Ishubaru no Kizu, the wounds or scars of Ishval. And this is when Scar's name, when this guy Scar, when they call him Scar, they use this kanji, wound or scar. All right. Pick up here with chapter 57. なんと、大総統がホモンクルスですと Okay, so it's not clear if that was Alexander or I was probably Alexander saying it. We're like, what? The super president is a homunculus, you're saying? ... 我が輩はこの国の弱き人民のために戦いたいと思っていました。So, was thinking, wanted to fight for the purposes of the weak citizens of this country. I. As for me, was thinking, wanted to fight, I guess like the super president was fighting for. All right. Or maybe he's talking about himself here. Was thinking that wanted to fight for the purpose, for the goodness of the weak citizens of this country. 我が輩だけではありません. And just me, it is not. It's not just me. 多くの者がそう思い、軍を信じ、席を置いております. So a great number of people think that way, are thinking that way, and the believing in the army and seki o oku. Seki. What is this seki? It's not seat. One's family registry. Membership. Seki o oku. To become a member. Okay. Okay, so, I guess became a member of the army, believing in the army, because they also thought that way. Okay. Nanoni ue ga yorube to naru beki gunjitai ga sude ni te okure to wa Nanoni ue ga. So this is either like in spite of that or on top of that. Yorube is a person to turn to or depend on. Yorube to naru beki gunjitai ga sude ni te okure to wa. Okay, I'm not sure what he's trying to say here. Okure. He's saying it's too late. Ought to become... Oh. Okay, yeah. It's already too late. Yeah. He's saying... Gunjitai. The army itself. Yeah. Okay. Like if the army itself is like the person becoming the person that you ought to turn to, then already it's like too late. Meaning if like the super president's in charge and he's the one that you need to be relying on. Gun o yamete wa do da shosa. How about as for leaving the army, as for quitting or leaving the army, how about that, Major? Kimi no seikaku da to koko ni ite mo tsurai dake daro. Seikaku is like personality? Character, personality, yeah. So like if it's your personality, or like with your personality, being here in this place will just be painful or a hardship, probably. We're getting a flashback. なぜこの戦いを続けねばならんのですか? So why this sort of fighting must we continue? This is a double negative. If it doesn't continue, it will not become. Like, why is that? Armstrong 少佐は軍令に背いた. Okay. As for Major Armstrong, 軍令 army orders 背く is disobeying or disobeyed army orders. 次期中央に戻されるだろう. 次期 soon. Soon to Central will be made to return, probably. この腐れた戦場を離れるには、軍令に背くのが一番賢いやり方だ. Alright, 賢い. 賢い is clever, wise. Oh, this is Hughes. Hughes is saying this. This part, at least. This rotten battlefield, like, to get out of it, defying army orders is the number one smart way of doing it. Okay. Ano toki, like that time, イシュバルで我が輩は戦いから逃げました. So like at that time in Ishval, because fighting, fled. I fled because we were fighting? Or fled, I guess fled from the fighting? Tatakai kara, yeah, fled from the fighting. Like away from. 軍のやり方が間違っている。そう強く思っていて、それなのに逃げたのです。Okay. So the army's way of doing things was wrong. That sort of strength, I was thinking. そう強く Oh, no. That way strongly was thinking. I was thinking that strongly, that the army's way of doing things was wrong. In spite of that, fled. それなのに, or maybe because of that, did fleeing. I fled. 己の戦場に背を向けたのです. 己の Set o muketa. This is like something about on the battlefield facing the backs. Set o mukeru is to turn one's back on. Ah. So that's interesting. Onore. Yeah. I hate this word. This word can mean oneself, it can mean I, or it can mean you. It usually means you as derogatory. So probably he's saying I. So I on the battlefield like turned my back away. That's probably. Or I guess the other option would be turning back on others on the battlefield. But that seems to have like a derogatory connotation there. イシュバルから逃げ戻って今日この日まで So from Ishival running away and coming back to this very day 新年を曲げ新年を曲げ逃げた己を恥じなかった日はありません。Okay, so 新年を曲げ Shinen is belief, faith, or convention. Mage is to like twist, to bend, to give up on. So I, who fled and gave up on my convictions, I think, or yielded my convictions. As for a day not being embarrassed, there has not been. So again, like a double negative, but basically like there hasn't been a day that I haven't been ashamed. Imamata koko. Okay. Koko ga senjo da to iu no nara. So even now, he says this place, but he uses the kanji meaning the army. So he's saying that it's the army. The army being a battle place, if it becomes that way, or if you're saying that's what it is. Oagahai hitori to shite shippo o maite nigerare mashou ka. Okay, shippo o maku is, this shippo here is tail. So shippo o maku is to turn tail. Or to tuck your tail between your legs in defeat, basically. So how could I flee and turn my tail? Yeah. I, as a person, how could I possibly do that? How could I run away with my tail between my legs? So the point is, to the question, why don't you quit the army? All of that we just saw was leading up to him saying no. Taisa wa do nasaru no desu ka? So as for the colonel, like what will become, or what are you going to do? Nasaru is, I think, a humble formulation of naru. Honorific. It's honorific. Nasaru. Daisoto ni na. I guess become the super president? No. No. So to the super president, yabo ga aru kara mada yamen to itte yatta. Yabo. Ambitions. Because ambitions exist, because I have ambitions, still will not quit, is what I had said to the super president. Okay, so they're a little bit surprised, I suppose. 大総統がホモンクルスとしての自身の重大な秘密を私に話したということはだな。So the super president, being a homunculus, himself a Judai, serious or weighty secret to me saying seem to be doing. 自分を倒しても and this is now a quotation of like what the super president, I guess, was saying. 自分を倒しても後ろにまだでかいのがいるぞと暗に示したということだ。Okay. Implicitly, yeah. Like on here is like in darkness. This character means darkness. Or like informal. So on ni would be then implicitly or like informally or covertly, maybe. Shimesu is to indicate. So it was as though he was like implicitly indicating this, which is like, even if you take me out, behind me is another big one. Ushiro ni, behind mada dekai, another big one there is. Ga iru zo. Tamesareteru. Being tested. Tamesu is to test. This is the passive. I'm being tested. Koe janai ka. Isn't it koe? Glory? Yeah, oh, honor. Isn't that an honor? I'm being tested. Isn't that an honor? Oh, what's the program? It's called Z Kanji. It's an older program, but it works really well for what we're doing. Oh, actually, I guess that's not the command. Hold on. There we go. That's what it is. Yeah, this has been really useful because like I can add you know, add all the words I'm looking up to a particular file, like a chapter of a book we're reading, and kind of keep them that way. And you can organize in other areas like words to study, which aren't showing up now on the screen. But like it's again, it's like an older program and it's not being supported anymore, but it kind of does everything I need it to. So like, hey. 意外と余裕ですね。Okay, 意外と oops. Oh, unexpected and surprising. Okay. Like, surprisingly yoyu. Yoyu is an odd word. I guess we're gonna go with composure here. Like, you're surprisingly composed, meaning like calm, flexible. Do kana? Like, you think so? Or is it that way? Tada, it's just ラストとかいうホモンクルスと戦った時もそうだったか。So the with also with it's also like the time when fought with the homunculus called lust. Heikida. Heiki is like military weapon. Yeah, a weapon. Like am a weapon or is a weapon, is a monster, 化け物だと言われる自分が本当の化け物と戦っている時にこそ、己がただの人間であることを実感できるよ。Okay, 実感 should be like true feeling. 実感. Yeah, real feeling, actual feeling. So let's work backwards on this one. It's like true feelings are possible of being like feeling normally human. So I being just a human, that becomes possible. When he's saying the time when I'm fighting with real monsters, I who have been called monster and weapon. Okay. So again, like I who have been who it has been said you're a monster or you're a weapon. When truly fighting the time truly fighting monsters or fighting true monsters, I just being human, that true feeling becomes possible. Okay, that's kind of a complex statement there, but I think that makes sense. Okay. All right, we're transitioning over, it looks like, to Ranfan and Al. Ranfan continues to recuperate. Oh, and the last time we saw them, Al gave her this piece of cloth that Greed had written. It said, I found the Sage Stone. And she was all excited and relieved, but then she's like, well, but where is he? And then we never saw the answer, but now she says, Soka, like I see. So he's told her now. Waka wa jibun de kenja no ishi o uke ireta no ka. So the young master, like through himself, was receiving the Sage Stone. So received the Sage Stone like himself. Giri, which is sort of like grinding teeth, I think. Gomen, sorry. 僕たちが止めていれば. So if we had stopped him, I guess, ... お前たちを責める気はもうとない. So you guys, 責める, attacking? No. Condemning, blaming. Moltonai. Have no intention. So, no intent. As for a spirit or intent of blaming, you guys have no intention. No intention of blaming you guys or criticizing you. Goe no yakume o hatasenakatta jibun ni hara ga tatteiru no da. Goe no yakume. Is that guard? Yeah, guard. Goe no yakume. Guard duty. Hatase nakatta. I guess not accomplishing, not being able to accomplish guard duty myself. I guess haragatatte, like I'm upset at myself. I'm furious. Haragatatsu means to like be pissed off. To get angry. Yeah. Yeah, she's saying like I'm just pissed off that I wasn't able to accomplish my guard duty myself. Wakawa. So as for the young master, まだそのグリードというやつの中にいるんだな。So still this inside this guy called greed, like existing, right? Like he's still there inside. Aruji? Or is that what? Aruji. 主が踏ん張っているというのに、進化が休んでいられようか。Okay, 主. This is like master or main, the head of the household. 主. Aruji ga funbateiru to. So if the head of the household is standing firm, the underling, like how is it possible to rest? The underling resting, irare yo. Irare yo. This is almost like an expression of some sort. Like if the master is funbare, baru, bracing himself, if the master is bracing himself, how can the underling rest? Alfonso. Ude ga hoshii. I want an arm. Ima sugu ni. Immediately. Automeru gishi o shoukai shite kure. Please introduce me to the automail artist. Whatever. Sugu ude o tsukeru. Immediately attaching an arm. Sugu tate. So like immediately you say? Sugu tate. リハビリにすごく時間かかるよ。The rehab takes an incredible amount of time. 根性でなんとかする。根性。willpower or temper or guts. With guts or willpower, it won't matter. なんとかする。その前にある程度 体力がないと手術してくれないよ. I guess before that, a certain extent of physical strength, if it doesn't exist, will not do the operation. Will not operate if a certain amount of tairyoku, like physical strength, doesn't exist. そこをなんとか頼め. Somehow that thing will ask for or request. いやいやいや、no no no no. 兄さんも自由に動かせるようになるまで血ヘッドを吐く思いで、それでも1年かかっているし。Okay, so no, 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 no. Even Big Brother, freely being able to move, becoming to that point, blood, and omoide, vomiting up blood. I'm not sure why omoide. Even with that, it took a year. 1年かかっているし。ならば半年だ. If that's the case, then half a year. "あいつが1年なら私は半年でやってやる." So if that guy, if it's a year for that guy, as for me, it'll be, I'll do it in a half a year. And he's flashing back to Ed, who kind of said the same thing, except he was told 2 years, and then he's like, then it'll be a year. 1年だ. 1 year. ダメだ、こりゃ。てこでも動かない目だ. Okay. Like, this is no good. てこでもTekel, a lever? Tekel demo. Ugokanai met. Like, eyes that don't move, even. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Tekel. Ni-san to ishoda. Like, with Big Brother together. I guess maybe like you're the same as Big Brother. Nani? What? Anna mame to isho ni suru na. Like, don't lump me together with that bean, with a bean like that. That sort of a bean being together. Don't do that. Don't lump us together. Al is thinking to himself here. Ma Rokubaro no onna shu to wa ki ga aisou ka. Like, well, with the Rock Bell lady group, ki ga aisou. It appears that like they will suit each other. They'll get along, yeah. It appears she'll get along with the Rock Bell ladies. Onnashu. We just saw this. I forget in which book it was. But it means like family members. Or, no. Mass of people. Great number, the people. Okay, that's not what I was thinking. That's kind of weird, though. This was just in Fire Punch. Ha. Okay, what do we have here? Chi hedo hakuyo. So, like, coughing up blood. Yat. yattaru uja. Wait. Yattaro ja nai no. Yattaro. Yattaro janai. It's not. I don't know. Yattaro? That's weird. Wakatta yo. Got it. Understood. Narubeku hayaku shoukai suru. Narubeku is like as soon as possible. Yeah. Whenever practicable, we'll do introductions. その前に体力をつけないと, but before that, physical strength if you don't get ... In other words, again, implied double negative, meaning you must get your strength back. ノックス先生にご飯もらってくる. So I guess we'll get food from Dr. Knox. Okay. Toll. Kimi, you, Mei-chan dakke. It's Mei-chan, right? Okitete daijoubu nano? So you're awake. Are you okay? Mei. So this is Aranpan. She recognizes the name. Sha. Doka. Well, that's a nice way to greet each other. Huh? B. It's like wiggling in the book. Nani? What? Sasuga. Okay, so again, when the text goes horizontal, they're speaking in Shing. Hey Kia, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. When the text goes horizontally, they're speaking in the language of Shing. So which they both clearly speak. Sasuga yaoke no goe o tsutomeru dake wa arimasu ne. Okay. As expected, the family Yao's honor, Tsutomeru, working, as for just working for, the glory or the honor of the family Yao, it exists, right? Nanimono da! Like, who are you? And poor Al is back here, like, what? Daijunana Ojo, Mei-chan ni mukatte, nanimono to wa bure de wa arimasen ka? Yaoka no inume. Okay, so number 17 princess, number 17 imperial princess, Mei-chan, to Mei-chan, the 17th princess, facing and saying, who are you? It is a bure. It's impolite, is it not? You dog of the house Yao. And here's Al back here, of course, not understanding any of this. Ojo ga tachigiki to wa? Tachigiki? Standing and listening? Eavesdropping. Okay. So Ranpan says, well, as for a princess eavesdropping, or an imperial princess eavesdropping, gyogi no warui koto da. It is gyogi, bad manners, bad behavior. Oh, well, they're off to a lovely start. Chanke no hatotsugi ga kono kuni ni iru toyu koto wa furo fushi nerai ka? So desu. Okay, so this is Ranfan asking this, and she's saying you're here for immortality, basically. Hatotsugi is a heir or successor. So the Chan family's successor to this country being here, as for that, it's aiming for immortality, right? You're looking for immortality, right? And she says, "Soul desu." That's correct. Sorry, poor Al is sitting here the whole time. Question marks. Oh, shitty eye. Like, do they know each other? Are they acquaintances? こんなところで会ったのも何かの縁でしょう。What is N in this case? It is an omen. We've seen this before, and they're the ones that have used this word. It does not mean omen. Fate or destiny. Okay, so in a place like this, meeting in a place like this, is it some sort of fate or destiny, right? Moshi moshi, hello. So da na, so it seems. 全くもっていいところで性的に会えた? Okay, so 全く unbelievably もっていいところで in like a good place. It's an unbelievably good place. 性的に political rival? 性的? Yeah, political opponent. To meet. So, like, what an unbelievably good place to be able to meet a political opponent. So she's pulling out more weapons, and so is Ranfan. Oh, I guess that is Ranfan here. ヤオケに使えるものとして過去はどんな小さいなものでも立っておかねばなるまい。Okay. So as a, I guess a tsukairu mono is like a usable person to the house of Yao. So as a servant to the house of Yao, kakon. Kakon is a source of evil. As for sources of evil or roots of evil, however small, donna chisana mono demo, no matter how small they are, tatte okanabe naranai, must whatever tatte is here. I'm sure it's not hug. Must sever, cut off, or suppress. Okay, so as a servant of the household of Yao, as for sources of evil, however small they may be, must take them out, must sever them. Jaka. 弱小一族が生き残るために競争相手は 倒せるときに倒しておきます. So they're still speaking in Xing, which means Ed or Al isn't following any of this. Okay. So small and weak clan, for the purposes of surviving, Kyoso aite wa, something about fighting opponents. Competing, competitors. As for competitors, I guess like if there's a time to be able to take them out, I will take them out.
久しぶりです。
Hey, Asa, how's it going? Yeah, hisashiburi. How have you been? ちょっと待ってよ. Wait just a minute. 何のことかわからないけど、喧嘩はやめ. So what's going on? I don't understand what's going on, but as for fighting, stop. He's yamero. He can't even get out. Stop. Yame. Oh boy. Okay, so Hito no kuni no jijo ni kuchi o. Okay, this is cute. So they both scream this out.
What? You think of fire. Punch so far.
Oh, hey, yeah, I'll get there in a second. They both scream this out, but when they get to this part, one of them says desna, which is probably an anfan, and Mei says desenaide. So this is a way to show both of them saying the same thing, but they both kind of differ at the end of it. Anyway, basically like don't speak into the affairs of our country. Hi, okay. And they did that in English or in whatever language Al speaks. Fire Punch is going well so far. We're almost on book 4. We're almost starting book 4 out of 8. So we're probably at like the 40% point. It's been interesting. It's fun to watch things that have shown up in Chainsaw Man. There have been a number of things so far that's like, oh well, that definitely got picked up again in Chainsaw Man. So it's been fun. It's odd. It's a lot darker than Chainsaw Man, or it seems a lot darker. Let me make sure. Jijo is like affairs or circumstances, yeah. And Kuchio Dasu is to like meddle in or Kuchio de Nai?
Got a Musan fig.
A Muzan fig? Like a Muzan Kitsubuji or whatever his name was? What was his name? Kibutsuji? Yeah, Kibutsuji. Stream is broken? You sure? Teoi? だからといって舐めるなよ. Teoi? Wounded. Okay, so like because I'm just because I'm wounded, like don't underestimate me. Sono serifu sono mama o kaeshi shimasu. So that line, serifu means like that line or that script. As it is, I return. Like return to you. Like the same to you. Okay, they're looking pretty serious. Okay. Nani ya tonja? What? Like, what are you doing? I'm sorry. Nani ya tonja? Yan. He clonks both of them on the heads. One with, it looks like a towel and some water, and the other with soup. Okay. That, I think, is actually going to be a good stopping point.